Have you ever had a meeting with the manager, walked away feeling clear about next steps, only to find out weeks later that you're both remembering completely different things? Or worse, you completed a major project, but when performance review time came around, you couldn't remember half of what you accomplished. This happens more often than you think. And today, I'm going to share one professional habit that will protect your career and will make work life so much easier. Hi there, welcome back to your HR bestie. Today, we're talking about documentation in the workplace. And I know what you're thinking. Documentation sounds boring, right? Like paperwork and filing cabinets. But trust me, what I'm about to share with you is actually a career game changer. Whether you're a student preparing to enter the workforce, a fresh graduate starting your first job, or someone who's been working for years, mastering workplace documentation is one of the smartest professional moves you can make. It protects you from misunderstandings, showcases your value during performance reviews, and builds your reputation as someone who's thorough and reliable. So let's dive into two essential types of documentation you need to start doing right now. In the first part, we're focusing on documenting conversations. Here's the reality: people are busy, dealing with distractions, and sometimes we're just overwhelmed. When you have a conversation, whether it's with your line manager, a colleague, or a client, the details can get fuzzy over time. And I'm not talking about people being dishonest or malicious. I'm talking about normal human memory, which isn't perfect. This is why you need to create a paper trail, or in this case, an email trail. When you document conversations and writings with a clear record with a date and a timestamp, this isn't just about covering yourself when things go wrong, it's about creating clarity for everyone involved. When should you send a recap email? After any conversation where decisions are made, directions were given, deadlines were set, or priorities were discussed. This can be a quick hallway conversation with your boss, a phone call with a client, or a quick chat after a team meeting. Hi, Sarah. I wanted to recap our conversation from this afternoon. Here's my understanding. I'll prepare a customer feedback report covering quarter four, focusing on common themes and satisfaction ratings. The deadline is Friday, December the 15th. By the end of the day, I'll send you a draft by Thursday for review. Please let me know if you'd like me to add anything or if I've missed anything. Notice what this does. It confirms what you are doing, when you are doing it, and gives your manager a choice to correct it if you've misunderstood anything. This one email could save you from doing the work wrong or missing an important detail. Why is this habit so powerful? First, it reduces confusion. Everyone walks away from the conversation with the same understanding. Second, it gives people an opportunity to clarify their expectations before work begins. And third, it prevents those awkward moments where somebody says they told you one thing and you remember hearing something completely different. And finally, it builds trust in your professional image because you're demonstrating that you're clear, you're thorough, and you're reliable. A quick disclaimer here: you don't need to send a recap email after every single casual conversation. You use your judgment. If it's just small talk or something inconsequential, you can skip it. But if there's anything work related, a decision, or a commitment involved, then you document it. The key is to start doing this now and make it a habit before you actually need it. Because when you do need it, when there's a misunderstanding or a conflict, you'll be grateful that you have the documentation. Let me share a few more scenarios where recap emails are essential. So, for example, after a client meeting where the project scope has been discussed, send a recap. After a conversation with your line manager about shifting priorities, send a recap. After agreeing to take on additional responsibilities with a colleague, send a recap. And after receiving verbal feedback about your performance, send a recap. The pattern here is simple. If it matters to your work, it deserves documentation. And the beauty of this system is that it works for everyone involved. Your manager benefits because they have a written record too. Your colleagues benefit because everyone's on the same page, and you benefit because you're protected and positioned as a professional who takes their work seriously. Set a personal rule. Recap emails go out within 24 hours of the conversation, ideally the same day. The fresher the conversation in everyone's mind, the more effective your documentation will be. Now, let's talk about the second type of documentation, and this one is all about you. I call it your brag book. How to create your brag book is easy. Open something simple like I personally go for Excel or Google Sheets, but you can also use Notion or your Notes app or whatever digital tool works for you. And the key is that it's accessible and searchable. Create these columns at a minimum: date, project or task, and your contribution. The date column is when the accomplishment happened. This helps you to build a timeline of your impact throughout the year. The project or task column is a brief description of what the work actually was. The contribution column is crucial. This is where you document what you specifically did and not what the team did, not what the department did, and what was your individual role and impact. Optionally, but highly recommended, additional columns such as stakeholders, which is who was involved or who benefited from your work. These could be clients, other departments, or senior leadership and or external partners. Contribution to company goals is how your work supported broader business objectives. So, did it increase revenue, improve efficiency, boost customer satisfaction, support team success? This is where you connect your work to the bigger picture. Notes is your catch all for anything else you want to remember. Maybe you received specific feedback, achieved measurable results, or learned something valuable. Capture it here. Beyond the spreadsheet, create a folder on your computer or in your email where you save praise. If someone sends you a great job email, screenshot it or save it to this folder. If you receive a thank you message from a client, save it. If your manager gives you positive feedback during a meeting, write it down and add it to your documentation. You can also have a section for skills you've developed, courses or training you've completed, or certifications you've earned. Anything that shows your growth and progress towards your professional goals. The most important step is actually using it. This is where most people fall short. They create the document and then forget about it. Don't let that be you. Commit to adding at least one win every single week. I recommend doing this as part of your weekly wrap up, maybe Friday afternoon or Monday morning. While the information is still fresh in your mind, take 5 minutes to update your brag book. And here's when you'll really appreciate having done the work before your next performance review, before you ask for a raise, before you update your resume for a new job. Go back to this document. Now you have real, specific evidence of the value you bring. You have dates, you have details, and you have data. You're not guessing, you're not trying to remember, and you have the receipts. First, document conversations by sending follow up emails after any discussion involving decisions, directions, or deadlines. Use a simple template to recap your understanding and give others a chance to clarify. This creates clarity, prevents misunderstandings, and builds your professional reputation. Second, document your achievements with a brag book or achievement tracker. Set up a simple spreadsheet with a column for date, project, and your contribution, stakeholders, and impact on your company goals. Update it weekly with at least one win. This becomes your evidence during performance reviews, raises, and job searches. Both type of documentation protect you, showcase your value, and demonstrate that you are a thorough and reliable professional. Start these habits now before you need them. Your future self will absolutely thank you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps other people discover this content, and make sure you subscribe to your HR bestie for more practical workplace advice that actually makes a difference in your career. Remember, small professional habits create big career results. You've got this, and I'm here to help you succeed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.